So now I think I can see everybody's chat. So drop some ones, drop some beautiful if you can see my screen. Drop some beautiful if you can see my screen. Oh, amazing. Thank God for that. I apologize. So back to what I was saying. So I'll be teaching you guys trading psychology with HFX. So just like I said earlier on, a chunk of you have your different targets, your different ways you trade HFX. Sometimes it could be a lot of lessons, and you'd be like, "Man, I'm doing the things the right way. Why is it not going in?" And some other time you could be like, I'm following the cash trap strategy. Why is it not going in? It told me to call. It told me to put. I did that, and I lost the trade. I used the 1 minute, the 2 minutes, the 3 minutes. I'll be clarifying that on this session. But before I go there, I would want to find out if you guys know, everybody knows Abbah Michael. I want to find out if Abbah Michael can jump on the call, and he's going to teach us the strategy he has been using. If you guys know Abbah Michael, he has been calling successful trades for a long time. Since this year, he's giving us a whole lot of value. So I'll check if he's available, and then he's going to teach us his sniper entry strategies, and then we would be able to jump in on the cash trap. Okay. Okay, so I'll make him the host. Amazing. Can you hear me, Abbah Michael?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
I'm good. I'm good.
Can you guys hear me loud and clear? If you can hear me, drop some ones in the chat box. If you can hear me loud and clear, drop some ones in the chat box.
Fire, Abbah. Abbah is gonna give us value.
All right, amazing. So how have you guys been? It's been a long time. I actually missed you guys. Oh my god. So who's ready to get this value? Who's ready to get the sauce? Who's ready to take their trading game to the next level? If you are ready, drop some 777 in the chat box. So I know you're ready, and let's take it from there. All right. All right, beautiful. So I'm going to share my screen, and if you can see my screen, you guys should let me know. All right, let's wait for this to load real quick. All right, I'm waiting for my trading view to load. All right, beautiful. All right, so guys, how many of you know what we call the web slinger? If you know what we call the web slinger, drop some sevens in the chat box. Drop some 7 in the chat box if you know what the web slinger strategy is. All right, beautiful guys. So a friend once told me that when you're trading, the first thing you need to know is know the position of the trend. Right, I'm going to go over the settings of the web slinger, so you guys should not worry, okay? Do not worry about that. But what you need to know at the beginning of your trading journey is always know where the trend is heading to, okay? Always know if you're in a consolidation, if you're in an uptrend, or if you're in a downtrend. How do you know all of that? I'm gonna go over that right now. All right, so that guys, pay attention. Look, I'm going to show you a consolidation. All right, so guys, this is a consolidation. This box right now, right. All right, so guys, this is what we call a consolidation. I'm going to make that bigger for you guys to see. All right, this is what we call consolidation. What do I mean by consolidation? It means price is going up and down, just hitting a particular zone and then it drops. If you can see this particular zone, price came all the way down here, hit this zone, went back up. Came here, hit this zone, went back up, right? It came to this zone, went back down, came back around that zone, and what happened? It literally dropped, came back here and went up. So literally, this is what we call a consolidation. Now, I'm going to show you an example of a downtrend, okay? All right, so can you guys hear me loud and clear? I don't know why I'm hearing myself. All right, can you guys hear me loud and clear? Let me see. Oh, okay. All right, so guys, this is what we call a downtrend, right? This is what we call a downtrend. When price keeps on what's going down. You see this? Price keeps on going down. This is what we call a downtrend. Even if you can see some pullbacks, meaning price went back up, you see overall, price kept going down, right? This is what we call a downtrend, okay? So for those that do not know what a downtrend is, look, price was here and what happened? Price dropped all the way down to this zone before it what started going back up. So now this is a downtrend, and now I'm going to show you what an uptrend looks like. This is a mini uptrend right now. This is it. Price kept on what? Going up. Price started from this zone, went up, pulled back, went up, pulled back, and what kept on going up before it went into what? The consolidation zone. And then it kept on what? Going up, like you can see. Give me a minute. Yeah, like you can see, it kept on going up. So my strategy, basically, the strategy I was taught in the academy, I Am Mastery Academy, is called the web slinger, which simply means trading with the trend, right? If market is not trending, I can't use this strategy. So all strategies have when they work and when they do not work. So when market is trending, I love to use the web slinger. When market is trending, please try and stay away from cash trap, okay? Guys, if market is trending, stay away from cash trap, because cash trap doesn't work with trending market. Cash trap works with market consolidating, okay? Meaning market going up and down. That's where you get all those call and put. So guys, I'm going to go over the settings of the web slinger and I'm going to show you guys how to take entries, okay? So if you guys are excited to know that, drop some ones in the chat box. Drop some ones in the chat box if you're excited to know how this works. All right, let's go. So guys, first thing you're going to do is go to your trading view. All right, you're going to go to your trading view, log into your trading view, and all you need to do is link it to your Gmail, okay, or create a profile. It's free. TradingView is free. It's only when you need additional features that you get to pay, okay? But this strategy I'm going to show you, you actually do not need to pay anything to use it, okay? So just go create a TradingView account, and the next thing you want to do is what? Click on FX, all right? You click on FX, what comes out? You search what? Web Slinger. Give me a minute, right? You see this right here, Web Slinger, you click on that. All right, it comes out, you click on it, it's free. Just click on it, and when you click on that, it's going to come out just like this. And that's all. Literally, that is all, guys. That is all. Now, first rule, I want you guys to write down, okay? Write it down. I'm going to give you the rules of trading the web slinger. I'm going to give you the rules of trading the web slinger. The first rule, the candle should be above the clouds, okay? The candle should be above the clouds. I don't know if you guys can see properly, but this is an uptrend, and you can see these are the clouds, all right? These are the clouds right here. These are the clouds. So the first rule, The candles must be above the clouds, not inside the clouds, not under the clouds, okay? Above the clouds, okay? The candles must be above the clouds. That's the first rule. I'm going to give you guys like a minute to write that down. Okay, so let's go to the second rule now. That's it. This rule I'm giving you is for a buy when the market is on an uptrend. Okay, when the market is on an uptrend, this is the rule. First rule, candles must be above the cloud. Now, second rule, candles must be either above or between the web strings. Okay, never below the web strings. Okay. Second rule, candles must be above or within the web strings, never below the web strings, okay? Never below the web strings. Never below the web strings, never, okay? All right, if you guys have written the second step, drop some ones in the chat box. If you have written the second step, drop some ones in the chat box, all right? Okay, let me see more ones. Okay, amazing, amazing. All right, so I've given you guys these two rules, and now the last rule, right? The last rule before I take my trade is I must always see a rejection candle, and I'm going to go into that. That's quite complex, but I'm going to go into that. But you guys, just those two rules I gave you, write it down. I'm going to go over a downtrend right now before I go into how I enter my trades, okay? If I show you guys how I enter my trade. Now for a downtrend, it's literally just the opposite of what I said for the uptrend. So rule one for a downtrend, the what clouds must be above. All right, the clouds must be above the candles, okay? The clouds must be above the candles. Rule one. All right, so that's the first rule. For those that did not get how you find the web slinger on your trading view, all you need to do is what? Click on the FX, okay? All you need to do is click on the FX. When you click on the FX, all you need to do is what? Search web space slinger. It comes out. This is it right here, okay? This is the web slinger right here. All you need to do is click on the web slinger, and that's all. It comes out exactly how you see it on my screen, depending on what's it called, depending on what background you're using. I use the black background. I use the white background. Whatever background literally works for you, as long as you can see, that's what matters. Okay, so that's how you find the web slinger. So while I was talking about the rules, okay, first rule on a downtrend, clouds must be above the candles. And mind me, when we're talking about downtrends, we are looking for sales, okay? We're looking for sales. When you hear me talk about downtrend, we're looking for sales. Even if there will be buys in downtrend, I am not looking for buys at all. What I'm focused on is looking for what? Sales. When we're on an uptrend, what I'm focused on is looking for what? Buys. That's literally how it works, okay? So on a downtrend, we are looking for sales. First rule, the what? Candles, and the clouds must be above the candles. That's like saying the candles must be below the what? Clouds. All right, so now the second rule, okay? The second rule, just like on the uptrend, all you need to do is what? The candle should be below or within the web strings, okay? The candles must be below or within the web strings, never above. Never above the web strings, okay? Never above the web strings, okay? Never above the web strings. I repeat that, never above the web strings. So how many people have written down the second rule? If you have written down the second rule, drop some twos in the chat box. Drop some twos in the chat box. All right, let me see some more twos. Let me see some more twos. All right, amazing, amazing. So guys, I've given you the rules for uptrends and downtrends. Now, when market is consolidating, I do not trade, okay? For most of you, I'll be thinking, okay, what if market is not on an uptrend and is not on a downtrend? What are we going to do? Me personally, with the web slinger, I do not trade, okay? Lawson is going to go over how to use cash trap, and that when the market is trending, when the market is consolidating, then you switch to your cash trap and then you make money, okay? So my strategy basically is what uptrend, downtrend, and that's it. I do not trade consolidation. Now, how do I take entries? How do I take entries? And guys, I want you to write on your notes, taking entries on a downtrend, okay? Taking entries on a downtrend. I want you guys to write that down. Taking entries on a downtrend. I'm going to show you how to take entries on a downtrend, and I'm going to show you how to take entries on an uptrend, okay? So guys, the first thing I want you to do, right? The first thing I want you to do is
Miracle.
Give me a minute. Let me mute whoever is talking.
Miracle.
All right, there we go. Okay, so guys, the first thing you need to know when you are on a downtrend, you follow the two rules I gave you earlier, right? All I need to check for right now, I'm looking at this zone, okay? Yeah, I'm looking at this zone. I'm looking for how I'm going to take a sell right there. The first thing I'm going to do is look for the candles to what be below the what webs and be below the what clouds. That's my first confirmation, okay? So just how you have cash traps and you're looking for confirmations in and when you're using the web slingers, you also have to check for confirmations. My first confirmation is the rule I gave you. Clouds must be what? Above the candles. So I come here, the candles are below the cloud. I tick the first one. Okay, now I know that we are on a downtrend. The next thing I need to look for, okay, where are these candles now? Are these candles below the web sling and below the web strings, or are they between the web strings, right? Oh, I see that these candles are what? They're in the web string. Oh, they're below the web string. Beautiful. Now it's confirmed to me that we are officially on a downtrend, meaning price is looking for a way to make his way to the downside. Okay, meaning price is making his way. Price literally wants to make his way to the downside. Now, how do I look for my entries? First step, looking for an entry. Okay, first step, I always look for a what? A pullback candle. Now, most of you ask, what is a pullback candle? What is a pullback candle? Literally, a pullback candle simply means a candle that is a reversal candle, okay? A pullback candle is also a reversal candle. Let's say the market is selling, 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 as you can see, right? Market is selling, 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 and what happened? You see a green candle that starts to go up, right? You see a green candle that starts to go up. That is what we call a pullback candle or a reversal candle, okay? So on a downtrend, the first thing you look out for is what? A reversal candle or a pullback candle. That's the first step, okay? If you're done writing that, drop some ones in the chat box. If you're done writing that, drop some ones in the chat box. Pullback candle or a what? Reversal candle. Now, step two. Step two, you always wait for that candle to close. Remind me, all right, guys? You always wait for the candle to close. I have a reason for saying that. The candle must close. Never look at, oh, it's a green candle, and wait for it to close. Okay, if it closes as a green candle, it means the, what's it called? The pullback was successful. The reversal was successful. Now, the next thing I'm going to wait for is for me to see a rejection candle. What do I call a rejection candle? A rejection candle is a candle that says, you know what? This market is not ready to keep going up. This market is a downtrend. I want it to keep going down, okay? So now this is an example right here of what we call a rejection and a pullback candle. Boom, 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 market is coming down. Sheesh, we get a blue candle, right? We get a blue candle. I say blue candle, sorry, we get a green candle. On my trading view is mostly blue, so I'm used to the word blue. So now we get a blue candle, it comes all the way up. Now, a lot of people are like, okay, I I think market is going to make its way to the upside. Let me look for positions to buy, right? But no, you're on a downtrend. You're not supposed to look for buys. You're supposed to look for sells. What happens? The next candle, if you can see a wick, meaning it went all the way up here and then it dropped. So most people would have been like, but I told you now we should go in for a buy. But most times when you're going for a buy, it comes back and spikes you out and closes as a red candle, right? It comes back and spikes you out and you're like, oh my God, damn. And then when it spikes you out, you're looking for more entries to buy when you should be selling. And then it keeps going down, 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 and then you lose. So always know the position of the trend, okay? So back to what I was talking about. We get a what? Reversal candle. We get a pullback candle. The next thing we wait for is a what? Rejection candle. A rejection candle on a downtrend is always red. It's always a selling candle, okay? Once I get a selling candle, the next thing I want to do is what? Go in. This what is it called? This rejection candle to me is always I call it a confirmation candle, okay? I call it a confirmation candle. So step one, you look for a what? A pullback candle or a reversal candle. Step two, you look for what? A rejection candle. Okay? Step two, you look for a rejection candle. Step three, you look for a retest or you just take it right there depending on how much volume was in that reversal candle. Okay? I'm sorry, depending on how much volume was in that that rejection candle. Okay? So now a candle like this, let me expand that real quick for you guys to see. A candle like this, right? I won't go in. You know I won't go in because I would have wanted price to at least come to half of the what candle did I call this again? Yeah, to half of the confirmation candle before I take the sell. Okay, but at this point, price just kept on dropping. Like price just kept on dropping. So I wouldn't have been part of this. But sometimes you can decide to take it, right, with a smaller risk, right? To take a position here with a smaller risk. If it comes up, then you take your big risk, okay? Now, also, what you guys need to know is whenever you see a very big candle, when I say a big candle, a very big rejection candle, do not go in, okay? Let that big rejection candle simply means that the volume you were looking for to partake in has already happened. Okay, a lot of times it happens. You miss trades. It's fine to miss trades. Okay, it's fine to miss trades. But guys, look at what happened here. Right here, I was waiting for the market to react and to retest before dropping. It didn't happen. I got another what? I got another reversal candle, and then I got a rejection candle. Right? I was waiting for a retest, but did you see the volume of this candle? Very big candle. And then what happened? See what is this? See the rejection. Nah, I'm not going to take this because this candle is too big for me. I'm not going to take it. So now I wait for the perfect opportunity. I can see that the clouds, what happened? I can see that the market is still, the candles are still what? Below the clouds, and the candles are still below this thing, below or within the web string. So I still know I'm on a downtrend. So what happens next? I still look for sales. Now look at the perfect opportunity here. Boom, boom, price goes up. Can you guys see this? This is what we call the reversal, right? Following the two rules I gave you guys. This is what? The reversal. This red candle is what? Let me see those that are following. After we get the reversal or the pullback, what candle follows next? What's next candle we're looking for? Let me see those that are writing. Yes, you wait for it to close, okay? You always wait for the candle to close. You always wait. All right, we get rejection candle, rejection candle, rejection candle, rejection candle. Amazing, guys. We wait for the rejection candle, okay? You guys are following. Amazing. So this red candle is the rejection candle. Now, this is what we're talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this. Once I get the rejection candle, automatically, once this candle is about to close, I go to my broker and I set my timer to 5 minutes. I take 5 minutes trades. You guys can take whatever trade you want to take, but guys, 3 to 5 minutes, okay? But me, I always take the full 5 minutes. Lawson knows me for 5 minutes trades, and he's like, guy, how do you do it? 5 minutes in a trade. You know, Lawson likes to take 2 minutes trades, but me, guys, I love my 5 minutes because I need enough time for the market to breathe. So now what happened? See this, guys. We get the rejection candle. Remember I told you after the rejection candle, I always wait for what? Let me see those that are following. After the rejection candle, what do I wait for? After my rejection candle, family, what do I wait for? What do I wait for? Retest. Thank you. Thank you. Retest, retest, retest. Thank you. Guys, the rejection candle is also called the confirmation candle, okay? So I wait for a retest. Now, let me zoom in for you guys to see how this perfectly played out. Now, look. Right here, I put my, I put my line at half. I always wait for a retest to at least half or more of my rejection candle, okay? Half or more. Half or more. So you can see I put it at half. It came to half and even went higher than that. If you can see a wick, right? That wick simply means that price was a green candle up to this point before it dropped all the way to the downside. And guys, did we clear? Did we clear? Let me see those that are following. Family, did we clear? Did we clear? We took the trade right here and market dropped all the way down here. Did we clear? That was a very simple clear, guys. That was a very simple clear. Now I'm going to show you another example. Boom, market dropped, sheesh, all the way. Look at another example. Price came here, green candle. This green candle is called a what? It's called a rejection, it's called a reversal candle, right? It closed as a green candle. Now, what do I wait for? Rejection candle. Boom, price rejects. What am I going to do? I'm going to set it half of the body of this candle, at least half. What happened? Did price get there? No. It's wicked, but it didn't get close. Some people would have taken it, some people would have not taken it. But me personally, I might have taken it, right? Or let's say I didn't even take it. But either way, anybody that took it cleared. Now, see another example right here. Boom. Reversal, reversal, rejection. There was no retest on this candle, so I won't take it. But you see, guys, you see what happened? It went to the downside. It went as low as what? This zone, and then it wicked. Now look at another example. Boom, boom, boom. Reversal, reversal, reversal. Rejection, a big rejection candle. What did I tell you? We wait for a retest to at least half of this candle, right? Half of the red candle. What happened? Price came up. It came as high as this to give us a perfect entry. Boom. We take it. The next candle. Did we clear? Let me see those. Did we clear on the next candle? Did we clear on the next candle? So right now we're literally like 2-0 or 3-0 in the market, right? Guys, whenever the market goes against me, I always roll over once, okay? I roll over once. That's why I like the 5 minutes entry, because I'm not looking for sniper entry. Let me not say sniper entry. I'm not looking for quick reactions of the market. I want that candle, right? I need that candle to go the way I want it to go. That's why most times when I win my trades, right? I win my trades with at least 25 to 50 points in profit. Okay, 25 to 50 points in profit, meaning I dust the market properly. You understand what I'm saying? I dust the market properly. So now see what happens. Boom, we cleared, right? Now we're looking for another entry. Sheesh, boom, price went up. Some people will be like, price has reacted in this zone before. Or, no, let me do this right now, yeah. So people be like, price came here, boom, dropped, came here, dropped, came here, dropped. So if it comes here, it's still going to drop. And then they would have taken an entry here. Price went all the way here, came back to tickle your fantasies, and then boom, it went back up. So you'd have literally lost this trade, right? The reason why I wait for confirmation candles is because when you see a confirmation candle, you have high chances of winning that trade. Now look at what happened. Price did all of this because price is not ready to drop. Can you see that? No matter how small all these candles are, none of them closed as a red candle. None of them closed as a red candle, meaning price is not ready to go down. Okay? Meaning price is not yet ready. So even if it's on a downtrend, it will always have a pullback. So we wait. This is like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20, 25, 30. Waited for 30 minutes before us to get a sell. Remember, never lose your cool and go and buy on a downtrend. The market, you never know what's going to happen in the market next, right? You never know. So always be careful. If at all you want to do the buy, use 1% of your account, okay? Use 1% of your account. And then what happened? Boom, we get a sell. Usually, what will I do? I wait for a retest. Was there a retest? No, I do not take this trade. It kept on dropping all the way to the downside. Sheesh, I lost it, right? I'm so angry at myself that, oh my God, I just lost, oh my God, I'm so angry at myself. I just missed this trade. What's going on? Give me a minute. What's going on? Okay. Okay. All right, so now look what happens, guys. Look what happened. So all these parts, I waited for a sell, and then I didn't get a retest, and I wasn't able to partake in this beautiful drop down. Does that mean I'm mad? No. No, I'm going to wait again. See what happened. Price gave me another opportunity here. These two green candles, what do we call them? Reversal candles. This red candle, what do we call it? Rejection. Then I set my what? I set my entry, half of this candle. You see that price went all the way up here. It went all the way to as high as that. And what happened? Not percentage. Yeah. Price went as high as this and boom. Did you guys see this drop? Did you guys see this drop? And then probably maybe price came back to the end and it came to tickle us and all that. But then, did we clear this trade? Did we clear it? It came retest, boom, dropped. Did we clear it? Let me see the chart real quick. Did we clear? Yes, we did. Someone said I'm analyzing on the 1 hour. No, I'm not. I'm analyzing on the 5 minutes. Okay, look at that. I'm analyzing on the 5 minutes. So literally, we're like 3-0. So guys, it's not about how quick you look for trades. No, it's not about how quick. I can come to the chart and I'm on the chart for like 1 hour. I haven't taken one trade yet. 1 hour on the chart, I haven't taken one trade yet because guys, not taking trades at all is still remaining profitable. If the chart doesn't give me what I'm looking for, I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it, okay? And guys, always take one entry. I beg you, please take one entry. Maximum of 2 entries per trade, no matter what. Because you do not want to risk your account too much on one trade. Remember, the market will never promise you anything. So please, one entry, maximum 2 entries per trade, maximum 1 rollover per entry. Okay, 1 rollover, 1. The fact that you keep rolling over does not mean the market will pity you and come for you. No. If you have lost the analysis, forget about it. Wait for another opportunity, okay? So guys, we literally just showed a 3-0 entry. Boom, boom, boom. Price drops all the way. See another example here, guys. Boom. Green candle. Right? Green candle is called a what? Reversal. It's called a reversal candle or a pullback candle. Boom. Red candle meaning is a what? Rejection candle. What do I wait for? Retest. I like this one because this one came to retest. You guys see that? It came retest. Boom. Drop to the downside. Cleared it. Now, beautiful. I want to show you guys a losing trade. I think I'm taking a lot of time, but guys, I'm going to go over the buying real quick and then I'll pass it to Lawson. Guys, I'm going to show you a lost trade. Why I tell you not to what? Why I tell you not to over leverage. This strategy works, but you're not going to win all your trades, okay? You're not going to win all your trades. Now look at this. Boom, boom, boom. Price goes all the way up. Boom. We get what? We get our confirmation candle, the rejection candle, whatever you want to call it, and then we take our entry from half the body bar, right here. See what happened? Price kept on going up, right, and then drops. Now I want to show you guys what I tell you. Once I rolled over once, if it doesn't come back for me, I'm good. See what happened? Price went all the way here. On this candle, what happened? It came as low as this and then shot back up as a green candle. And you're mad that, oh my God. So price literally came to tickle me and then it went back. So maybe some people would have taken multiple entries here and they will still lose it because what happened? Price went back up. But see, if you had waited, this is one entry we lost here. If you had just waited 5 minutes, 10 minutes, extra 10 minutes, just 10 minutes, wait, look what happened. We get a doji candle and it closes as a what? Red candle, which is a what? Confirmation candle. And then what happened? It even gave you a retest. Boom, clear. So I lost an entry here. I won the entry here. Automatically, I'm still 4-1 and I'm in profit. Guys, it's very simple. I'm in profit. And see how this candle literally went. All the way. So literally, if you had rolled over, maybe you would have cleared, but that's not the way we're teaching you guys how to trade. No, that's not the way I Am Academy is teaching you guys how to trade. You don't have to roll over a lot of time. You're still risking your account when you roll over. One entry, one rollover is fine. If it doesn't come for you, move to the next thing, family. Move to the next thing, okay? Move to the next thing. So guys, let's go over buy signals real quick. How I take my entries on the buys, okay? So guys, if you wrote down how I take my entries on the sell, drop some 7s in the chat box. So I know I'm done with sells. Drop some 7s, drop some 7s, drop some 7s. All right, amazing. All right, so you guys wrote it down. I saw someone trying to say, what are the indications? What is the indication of a retest? Well, when I'm looking for retest, basically, it depends on how the market closes. Okay. On a downtrend, once the candle closes as a red candle, automatically wait for a green candle to push up right? Once I see the opening of a green candle to at least half of the previous candle, which was a confirmation candle, right? Once I see that, I take my entry. I do not wait for it to become red. No, I take my entry then, because the candle before the candle forming has already told me that market wants to go down. Okay? So guys, now this is what we call uptrend. Okay, uptrend. Remember I told you guys how to know the uptrend. Candle, clouds below the candle, clouds below the candle, candle between the web strings, not below the web strings. Okay. All right. Now, all right. Also, yeah. Let me mention this real quick. Sorry, I missed it out. Remember, I told you guys never take, when you're on a downtrend, never take positions when what the candle is above. When the candle is above the what? Above the web strings. Look at this now. Someone will be here and they'll be like, oh my God, market is here. I know market is going to sell very soon. I know market is going to sell very soon because I got a confirmation candle here. Look at this confirmation candle. Look at the cloud. The confirmation candle literally is in the cloud. So you shouldn't take it, you know. It goes against the first rule I gave you. So never take it. Look at this right now. This is the cloud. This is the candle. The candle is literally in the cloud, right? So never take a position like that. This is where you should be looking for positions. Yeah, not around this zone, because now price is about to change, right? It's about to go on an uptrend. So these are indications that price is ready to go on an uptrend, right? You see that? It's very simple. Price is about to change what trend? It's about to change trend from downtrend. Now it wants to go on what? An uptrend. Now the candles are what? Above the web strings. So you do not want to look for positions. No, you do not. All you need to do is wait for the uptrend to start forming before you join it, okay? So guys, now look at this. Let me go over the uptrend real quick. Step one, all right, rule one, when you're on an uptrend, I've already told you guys the first two rules. Candles above the web strings, candles between, candles above the clouds, and then the second rule will be what? Candles either above or between the web what? Strings. End of story. Very simple, end of story. Now look at this. At this point, the market is forming. So let me give you guys where we're going to focus on right now. Yeah. What's going on? All right, yeah. This is what we're going to focus on, okay? All right, so I'm beautiful. I also saw something. I'm going to ask you guys a question. I also saw something very, 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 very beautiful. And I'm going to ask you guys. So guys, look at this now. Look at this. Boom, price comes all the way up and it starts to drop, and then it's dropping and saying, but we're on an uptrend, I want to take positions. No, never do that. Wait for a confirmation, okay? So now, the first thing, just vice versa of what I said for a downtrend. For the uptrend, all you need to look for is what? The first thing you need to look for is what? Reversal, pullback. So number one, we look for what? Pullbacks. Definitely on an uptrend, pullbacks will always be selling candles now, because I mean, that's the only pullback there. So it's going to be what? Selling candles. You're going to look for selling candles. So you see the selling candles, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So imagine if, and they all have wicks on them, meaning at the points they were green before they ended up as red. So if you're the type of person that does not wait for a candle to close and you're like, oh, this one is already, it's green. Maybe you have like 20 seconds for a candle to close and you jump in. Let me tell you guys something. In 5 seconds, a candle can change from green to red. It goes 0 to 100 real quick. So never assume, always wait for the candle to close, right? Always wait for the candle to close. And I'm going to show you guys examples of even doji candles that I have to wait. You know how tiny doji candles are? An example is this. You see how tiny they are? I also wait for doji candles to close before I take any trade. No matter how tiny the doji is, I always wait to either know if it's going to be red or green. Because once I say a red or green, that's literally what I used to trade. So guys, look what happened. Boom, 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 boom. And what happened? It finally closed as a green candle. So we get the reversal and then we get a rejection. So step 2, rejection, okay? Step 2, you always wait for a rejection candle. So I wait for my rejection candle. Rejection or confirmation, whatever you want to call it. And then I mark it. This is half of the candle. I wait for a retest. There was no retest, family. The next candle kept on going to the moon, right? The next candle kept on going to the moon. So literally I missed out on this trade. Will I be mad at myself? No. Well, there's no point being mad at myself. I need to even be happy because I analyzed this, right? And I said immediately after a rejection candle, the next candle should what? Go to the upside. And it happened. So my analysis is correct. Even if I wasn't part of the trade, my analysis was correct. And it makes me a better trader day by day. Now look what happened, family. Just look what happened. Boom, 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 boom. It came back here and then it still closed as a red candle. So this is another reversal candle, right? And then boom, we get a rejection candle. Immediately we get this rejection candle. I'm like, oh, okay, finally another trade setting up here. And what happened? Half of this candle, I mark out my zone. Now I want you guys to see something real quick. Look. You guys see a wick? Yeah, there we go. You guys see this wick? You guys see this wick? Price came here, retest, and boom, went all the way to the upside. So literally, I was unable to take this trade, which is 5, 10, 15, 20. I had to wait for 20 more minutes for me to take a trade. And then I took it, and what happened? I cleared. You guys see that? But I had to wait for 20 minutes. So guys, in trading, you have to be patient. In trading, you have to be patient. Never be in a rush to take a trade, because I'll tell you the truth. I had to learn this the hard way. A lot of times I'll be like, I don't want this trade to miss me. I know it's going to buy. I know it's going to buy. I don't want it to miss me. And then I'll enter. And then the market will keep going down. I will not have to roll over. And at the end of the day, if you take a 5-minute trade and you roll over twice, guys, that is 5, 15. That's extra 15 minutes. Let me just let you know. So that time that you don't want to wait for your candles to form, you're going to wait on your rollover for those candles to form. So why do you have to wait for your rollover? Why don't you just wait for the candles to form before you take it, right? You don't have to roll over a trade for you to be monitoring the trade and say, hi, oh, markets, come on, go up, markets, go up. No, you don't want to trade that way, guys. You don't want to trade that way. You want to trade the right way. So guys, we take this right now on the uptrend. We're what? We're currently 1-0. What happens? Under that, boom, boom, price does what? Price comes here, reversal, right? This is another reversal candle. What happened? We see a green doji. Remember, I say I always wait for the candle to close. This doji can be red, though. There are red dojis and there are green dojis. But this one was a green doji. So it signifies what? It signifies a reversal. It signifies a confirmation candle to me. What happened? Usually when I get dojis like this, I go in immediately. I do not wait. As the next candle is opening, I go in. But even this one came back to retest as low as this. And boom, it shot to the upside. So literally we are 2-0 right now, guys. We are 2-0 right now. See what happened again. The next candle drops down. This is another reversal candle, right? It reverses. The next candle goes up. So this is a what? A rejection candle. Now this candle tells me that, yo, market is not ready to what? Go to the downside. We are still on an uptrend. So what happens? I'm going to set and wait for my retest. Half of the candle. Boom. It comes, retest, and closes. You guys see that? So I won 1, 2, 3. So literally I'm like 3-0. What happened? I leave the market. Remember, when you hit your percentage, you leave the market. Me if I hit 3-0, I'm usually done, because 3-0 is like how many percent? It's like my 4-5% for the what? For the section. I leave, right? I leave. If you want to still stay in the market, fine. See what happened. And this is what I wanted to ask you guys. So now look what happened. Boom, 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 boom. Market drops all the way below the clouds. Now, let's say this green candle wasn't formed at all. It wasn't formed at all. What do you think I'm going to be looking for at this zone? At this point now, I'm not going to be looking for buys anymore, because what happened? Price has what? Price has broken below the web strings. But now I'm going to be looking for sells instead, not buys. But there's also something I want you to see. The clouds. Please, can someone tell me where the clouds are? Can someone tell me where the clouds are? If you can see the clouds clearly, can someone tell me where these clouds are? If you can see it. Is it below the candle or above the candle? Let's see. Below. And what did I tell you about when the clouds are below the candle? We still look for buys, right? Thank you. So what happened next? I'm going to wait for my what? Confirmation candle. You see how tricky this thing is, right? Do you guys see how tricky this thing is? I'll wait for my confirmation candle. So now it came all the way down. Yes. Do you see how heavy? Do you see how heavy these 3 candles were? It came all the way down here. And what happened? Boom. It went back up. So I wasn't going to partake in all of this. 5, 10, 15. I wasn't going to partake in any of that. It's none of my business. All I'm waiting for is my what? rejection candle. Boom, it rejects. Was there a retest? No, I'm not part of the trade and I'm not mad. I'm not angry. Instead, I'm looking at the analysis that, okay, what does this analysis do? It kept on going up. I'm like, oh, beautiful. Now see what happened, guys. Let me remove this. See what happened. It came here. Boom, red candle. What does red candle signify? Reversal, right? Reversal pullback. After that, what am I waiting for? Rejection. Boom, price rejects. After rejection, what am I waiting for? Retest. Boom, this one was even perfect. Do you guys see the retest to me? Do you guys see this retest to me? Boom, retest. Cleared. So literally we're like what? 4-0 right now on the uptrend. We're 4-0 on the uptrend. Now it kept on going up, kept on going up. Boom, 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 comes back down. Sheesh. What happened? Reversal, rejection, half of the candle, half of the candle. I take my entry. Do you guys see what happened? Price went as low as this. So there's some people that have even gotten better entries in this trade than myself, that I'm waiting for at least half of the candle. Boom. Did it close above that line? I want you guys to see properly. Did it close above that line? See this. Did it close above the line? Let me see the chart real quick. Did it close above the line, family? Did it close above the line? Yes. All right. Beautiful. So it closed above the line, which is the what? A clear. We cleared it. Right? We cleared it. For those that rolled over because they were panicking, what happened? They lost the trade because the next candle literally went down back there. It went back down and boom, came up. So now even look at the next candle. Let's say we lost this trade, right? Let's say we lost this trade. Now look at the next candle. The next candle went as high as this. And then what? There was a retest. You guys see the retest? Price came to this zone, retest and went back up, right? There was a retest, half of the candle, and price went back up. So we literally cleared. So now we're currently like 3-1 on what? On the uptrend. See what happened right now. Boom, 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 boom. This, and we take it right here. We lost this trade. Look at this. We lost this trade. So now, this is why I always emphasize on the power of rolling over. Guys, roll over once. Remember, the market is not going to do exactly what you want it to do. Stick to your rules and regulations. That's why you have those rules. So I took this trade because of my analysis tells me to take it. And see what happened. Price went all the way down here. So many people that hate losing, what they will literally do is what? At this point, they are going to roll over once. They see that price is not coming to answer them yet. They're like, I can't believe I'm going to lose this trade. But on an uptrend, I know this thing is still going to come for me. They roll over again. They roll over probably 3-4 times. And then they end up losing this trade because see how long it took market to come to that zone. You see that? See how long it took for market to come to this zone. But if you take your L, I roll over once, I take my L right now. I come back down. See what happened down here, guys? Candles are still above the cloud. Candles are still above the cloud. So it's still a valid buy, right? It's still between the string. It's still a valid buy. Price closes here. See how long it took for me to get a confirmation candle, right? You guys see how long it took? That's why you must always wait for the candle to close. Because when the candle closes, it's now telling you that, okay, now I'm ready to go the way you want me to go. Guys, trading is not hard. You just have to be patient and you just have to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. And you get better at it. See what happened? Boom. It came, retest half of the candle, shoosh, went back up, right? It went back up. For those that took this particular trade, let's say we took another one right here, boom, we lost this one, right? Because this candle was a very heavy pullback. We lost it, it pushed as high as this. Maybe some people cleared, some people lost, but we're going to leave it as a lost candle. Now, reversal, rejection, retest, right? Another trade was created right immediately after that loss. Boom, we take it. Did we clear? Yes, we cleared. We lost up here, we cleared down here, we cleared down here. So literally in this zone alone, we're literally 2-1. And see what happened. Price kept on going all the way to the upside. And it even kept on giving us more entries. Look at this. Boom, sell, which is a what? Reversal, retest. Are you guys see what I'm saying? Are you guys see what I'm saying? What happened? Price came up here. Red candle, reversal. Green candle, rejection. Next thing, we wait for a retest. It came as low as this to retest. Guys, never be scared of the retest, because the way you're seeing it now, you're seeing it as a green candle. That's why you're comfortable taking it. In real market sense, this thing is not going to be green. It's going to be red. It's going to be red before it becomes green. So as long as your analysis tells you to buy, you buy it and leave the rest to your analysis. If it's wrong, fine. You take your one roll. After that, you move on. Okay? After I move on, boom, did we clear? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And guys, and so on and so forth. That's how you keep riding the market. But I'm going to promise you, if you stick to this analysis, you're going to win way, way, way more trades than your losses and than your lost trades. Okay? You're going to win more trades than your lost trades. So Lawson, thank you. If you guys got value from the web slinger strategy, drop some sevens in the chat. Drop some sevens in the chat. Drop some sevens in the chat. For those that got value, drop some sevens in the chat. All right, beautiful, beautiful. Lawson, I'm going to pass it back to you, okay?
Amazing, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Man, I was intentionally listening to Coach Abbah speak. So much value on that call. I believe everybody got value. I believe everybody understood what he said. Now, if you're new, I'll just do a brush up, just if you're new. But I know a chunk of you here I did experienced to some extent. So, but if you're new, I'll do a brush up, because I observed that some people were kind of lost to some extent. Others understood, which is good. Some others are new, basically really new, probably even signed up today. So I'll just do a very brief intro before I go into, yes, I can see Dede was lost. A chunk of you are lost. I observed while I was going through the chats. But I know a chunk of you got value. I know a chunk of you got value. So let's give it up for Coach Michael. Coach Michael has been phenomenal. I was learning a lot. In fact, I was sketching out strategies as he was speaking. You understand? That's the value of association. I mean, that's the power of association, the power of environments. Now, being in this environment has helped me to gather information that I can apply on my HFX and make my capital or make money. So these are the basic principles of life. The environment you find yourself. You could have been anywhere. You could have been watching a movie or chilling. I'm not saying it's bad, but you could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here today because you understand the value that comes from environment, and you value and you know that from environment you can get the right information that could give you money or probably make you successful or make you smarter, differentiate you from the rest of the pack. You understand? So I'll just go over HFX one time. Coach Abbah, you could make me the host.
Yeah, you're the host. You're the host.
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much, Coach Abbah. He's been doing, I mean, I've learned a chunk. That's the reason why I say on this call that it's a learning session for both me and both everybody here, because, man, I'm writing out a lot of things as he's speaking, writing out a chunk of things as he's speaking. So if you can see my screen, drop some beautiful in the chat box. I've been getting messages too concerning cash trap. And I'm going to try my best to make it as simple as possible today. But before that, for the sake of the new people, I'll go over HFX briefly. Now, this call is not a presentation. It's basically for people in the academy already. But for people that just joined in, they probably don't know a lot about HFX. Why is it taking time? Just some beautiful in the chat box. Just some beautiful in the chat box. I'm sure you guys now understand the value of environments. Coach Abbah got a chunk of this information by not only plugging into IM Academy, but by remaining in IM Academy, by staying plugged into the environment that is giving him information. And today he can do these things seamlessly. He keeps on learning. He keeps on improving himself. And in a couple of weeks or months or years, he could be one of the educators that will be calling trades for some of us here. He already does that. He already does that within the within our group. But like he may be one of our top educators, like Matitea, Millie Mills. Let me just refresh this again. And we'll be saying, I used to know this guy. He used to train us. You understand? But he keeps on improving himself. He doesn't claim to know all. He keeps on improving himself. AccuSend is still loading. I hope it's done now. So when the call started, I briefly touched around HFX. I briefly
as before Lawson comes back. Okay, here he is. Okay, so I'll make Lawson the host. Where is he? Insane.
I really don't know why. I really don't know why. Maybe I need to. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I apologize for that too. It's just a little glitch in the network. My IQ cent is still loading. I really don't know why. I think I should switch my networks. I'll just switch my network. Hopefully it gets better. Trying to switch network. It's taking a while to connect. Okay, so I'm connected now. So the network should be better now. All right. You guys can see my screen, I'm sure. Drop some beautiful in the chat box if you can see my screen. Am I sharing my screen? Okay, let me share my screen. Can you guys see my screen? Can you see my screen? Okay, amazing. Let me I'll kind of be fast so we can wrap up the call. IQCent is not opening now, so too bad, but we are not taking any live trades. So when you have your IQCent or your IQ option or your Vide Forex or race option, depending on the broker you choose to use, on the left hand side, we would find the currency, just like I said earlier on. We'll find the currencies you're going to be trading with by the left hand side. Then by the right hand side, you'll find the call and the puts. Just like Coach Abbah was telling you guys, call is placing a buy. You remember when he told you guys about the buy trend, which is up, and the down trend, which is sell. So in normal forex, we call it a buy or a sell, but in HFX, we call it a call or a put. So if you place a call, if I get into a trade and I place a call, I'm placing a call because I'm expecting the market to go up, and if I place a put, I'm expecting the market to come down. And just like he said, if at the bottom here, if the trade is going against me, let's say just like Abbah said, we rushed into the trade and we jumped in, and then obviously it's going against us. You have the option of rolling over. Then double up is if the trade is going in your favor, but you believe it could be more profitable. You can double up the amount of, let's say you're trading with $10. You can click on double up, and it will double up the amount for you. It will add another $10 to your money to expire at the time when your initial entry is supposed to close out. If you really don't understand this, just plug into the academy, join the launch calls, and then you'll be able to go through this basic stuff. I don't want to waste a chunk of our time, so I'll go over it. So guys, the first thing I like to do, the very first thing I like to do is to come to livechat.co.uk. Now, everything Coach Abbah taught you, one of the easiest ways to be able to find out if the market should be on a buy trend or a sell trend is basically from the currency strength. That there are various ways you can find out, but live chats is one of the ways we use to find out which currency we should pair with another currency. Now, I like to teach or explain with very, very basic terms. So just in case you're like overeducated, you may not like it may be too slow for you, but I like to teach in that manner. So for example, we have New Zealand dollar, and for me, I would be looking to trade the strongest versus the weakest. I'll be looking to trade the strongest versus the weakest. Now, what Coach Abbah taught you guys is what we call web slinger. In IM Academy, just like you guys already know, we have Forex, HFX, DCX, ECX, IBO. What he taught you, it's on Liberty. You understand? So all those things you saw him doing there, it has been simplified on Liberty. So if you go to Liberty, if you click on Liberty I'm sure you guys already know how to get here. So when you're in, you can see WebSlinger is already showing you goliberty.im/WebSlinger. You understand? So everything he taught you has been simplified. The market is off now, so I'm not expecting any signal. But everything, oh, I can see signals, but they are old signals. 4 days ago, 4 days ago, 13 days ago. Everything he taught you has been simplified, and it has told you when to call, place a sell, or a buy. You understand? It has been so everything he has explained. IM academies, they are always trying to simplify it. Being around this environment helps you get the right information. You understand? So they are always trying to simplify it enough for a beginner to be able to understand what they're trying to say. So a chunk of you may be like, man, this thing this guy is saying is rocket science. It's really not rocket science. He has been plugged into the academy enough to even know how to finesse his way around it. You understand? Like it's just like a flare around his body. You understand? So he doesn't. So to him now, these things are quite easy. But for a newbie or somebody that is just joining or that hasn't joined, it may look like, man, this looks like a lot of information, but it's actually not. So joining the academy helps you simplify this stuff. So it's WebSlinger is on Liberty in the HFX section, and it actually simplifies it. So if you use what he has told you today and you merge it with what creators of WebSlinger has done, bro, like your success rate will be very, very high. The only thing you need to battle with now becomes your own. I mean, they say one of the greatest battles you ever fight is the internal battle. So you're now fighting. You guys can't hear me. Sorry, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. I saw someone saying we can't hear you. That's why. Okay, you can mute now. Thank you very much. So, all right. So I think
I can hear you too.
All right. So I think the person complaining, it should be your own network. So thank you guys for taking out time to respond to me. Thank you so much. So we find out all the things he has said simply aligned here. You can see the clouds. You can see the clouds. You understand? It has even given you colors. So blue clouds, red clouds, candlestick, sell, buy, everything has been simplified. But for today, Abbah is an expert on that one. You understand? Abbah likes 5 minutes, just like he already told you guys. For me, I like my 2 minutes. We even have Chris. Chris kind of likes 1 minute sometimes 2 minutes. You understand? It just depends on everybody's trading style. You understand? So I'll be going to Cash Trap. Now, we have Liberty, Freedom, and Hourglass. In Hourglass is where we have our Cash Trap. Let me see if my it's still not opening. Still not opening. Okay, let Cash Trap open. So, I won't want to waste our time. So, I'll just you guys have been very cooperative. I'm so happy to be in the environment with cooperative people like this. It makes it kind of easier to pass any information or get any information that we want to get. So I'm sure you guys already know the sequence. You have to have your notepads or your pen and paper so that you can shut things down. So the market is open. I can see 4 minutes straight. So the market is actually live right now. So we are even right on time. So for the cash trap strategy, Abbah has taught you guys how to trade on downtrend, how to trade on uptrends. So now we need to know how we can use the cash trap. For me, cash trap is like one of the easiest. So cash trap is basically 3 minutes. I think the maximum for cash trap is a 3 minutes. Is a 3 minutes. Most of their trades are 3 minutes. You understand? So they analyze on 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and they give you trades on 3 minutes. You understand? So we'll be taking 3 minutes trades when you're on cash trap. And also, just like Abbah told you, let me look for a trade and give you a perfect example of a trade you should not take and a perfect example of trade you should take. Now, this is a perfect example of a trade you should take. This right here is a perfect example of a trade you should. I will come back here, but let me look for the ones you shouldn't take. Let's see. Exactly. This is a perfect example of a trade you should not take, or a trade I wouldn't take. Some of you may like this trade, but this is a trade I will not take. This could have even been a spiking market. What's going on? All right. this is an example of a trade out because the market doesn't have any. Cash trap works with a clear line of sight. It works best with when the market is moving in a liquid manner. It's going up or down. You understand? It's sweet to trade cash trap that way. It's sweet to trade. If you follow all this kind of consolidate, all these small stuff, you may lose money. And this could also mean spikes. And I love the spiky market. Maybe I'll do a session on spike. Well, I think spike is very straightforward. Everybody here will enjoy trading on the spiky markets. So this is not a trade I would take. I don't like what it's doing. I would prefer to take a trade that is going up, comes down, up, just like Abbah told you. You understand? A trade that goes up and comes down is the kind of trade I would like to take. So without wasting much time, let me go back to the one I would like to take. All these ones. So without wasting much time, what trade was I on? That one was a perfect example. I think it was USD CHF. Let me see. It's not even this one, but we can use this for this explanation. Okay. Yeah, we can use this. All right. Amazing, beautiful. So so you have your notes and your pen because I'll try to rush up. I know you guys are already late to watch Godzilla versus King Kong or whatever. So the first thing, so have a note. I would use initially. I've been using my notepad, or I can still do that here. Let me just open my Excel. So I'll show you guys how you can. So basically, I'm sure you can still see my screen. Everybody can still see my screen. So just write indicators. Just write indicators on your book or your notepad. Indicators on one end. Then on the other side, write call. And on the last side, write put. You understand? So you can call it put or sell or call / buy. I learned something just now while Coach Michael was speaking. I learned something just now, and I won't teach it now, but that's the reason why there's nothing like anybody that knows it all. We constantly keep learning. So the more you keep saying, "Oh, I know this one. Oh, I know that one. Oh, there's no need for me to do this," you'll be missing out on. I learned something big right now when he was speaking. I would backtest it and then I would come share the information with you guys. Sorry, I liked my stuff to look good. Okay, so for the indicators, just write it down. First thing we'll be looking at is your RSI bracket relative strength index. No, let's start with our currency strength. Currency strength. So I'll be calling out things that you should. The next thing we'll look at is our Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands. Then the next thing we'll look at is these are just indicators to tell you if you should place a buy or a sell. The next thing we'll look at is RSI. I mean support and resistance. So let's call it SRT. Just call it support and resistance. Then we'll look at and then we'll look at 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me go back to okay. So we have that now. I'll call the remaining things while we're going on. So first thing we want to do is to look at our currency strengths. So we always want to check for you to know the buy trend or the sell trend. I didn't say Hulingaka. I said Bollinger. Let me share my screen again so you can just copy this out. Can I make this bigger? Yes, I can. Bollinger Bands or Bollinger Bands. So I think this is big enough for everybody to see now. Okay, this is big enough for everybody to see. So we have the currency strength meter first. So number one, currency strength meter. We'll check on the currency strength. Let's say we are going to be looking at what currency pair now? Any currency pair. We'll choose a currency pair and we'll analyze it with our indicators. Cash trap is very easy. Cash trap, if you think what Coach Michael said was kind of complicated, then just pay attention to cash trap. It is very, very easy. But don't forget, I told you, he even mentioned it earlier. He said there's a way to enjoy cash trap. There's a way you can trade cash trap and you may not enjoy it. And there's a time to enjoy cash trap. So we go back to our currency strength meter. So we'll look for the currency that is the strongest versus the one that is the weakest. The currency that is the strongest versus the one that is the weakest. So can you guys tell me, looking at this now, the bars shows the strongest. If it's weak, it will be only red or 2. Like the weaker it is, the lower the bars. The stronger it is, the fuller the bars. Can you guys tell me the currency that is the strongest right now and the one that is the weakest? Can I see on the chat box? Everybody can still hear me, I'm sure. Can you guys tell me the one that is the strongest and the one that is the weakest?
New Zealand and Canadian dollar.
Oh, sorry. Can you just mute? You can just type it on the chat box. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Apologies. Good. So NZD is the strongest. Then which one is the weakest? The weakest is CAD, Canadian dollar. So NZD is the strongest and CAD is the weakest. So this is a scenario you want to place your money on. For example, if you were to go to a football match or wrestling match or to stake on anything, naturally you would stake on the one that is more successful than the one that is not successful. For example, I don't know if there are I don't know the perfect example to give now. Maybe a wrestling match, you bet on The Rock or whoever versus a weaker guy. You understand? So that's how I like to explain this currency strength. So now we'll place that NZD is going to, if we put NZD CAD side by side, NZD is supposed to, if the currency NZD is in front of CAD, it should be on a buy trend. It should go up. You understand? The currency in front shows the currency that should win the fight. You understand? So NZD is if you're putting the currency NZD in front, it should be the one that should be buying. It should be buying. But if you put CAD in front, that means CAD should buy, and that means CAD should have full bar. So if for any reason NZD has, let me put it in this in my let me put this in my. So for example, we have NZD now was full bar. Let's say it was 5. It was 5. And we had CAD. Let's say CAD was 2. Now, it should be on a buy trend because NZD is in front. You understand? It should be buy. But if for any reason CAD is like 8 and NZD is like 2, what will happen? It will start selling because Canadian dollar that should be weaker is stronger than the New Zealand dollar that should be stronger. For example, the Rock that should be stronger is sick, and Remy Stereo that should have been weaker is strong. So it will now be like people would it will on the market is going to be a sell. It's going to go down. You understand? I hope that was clear enough. New Zealand dollar, if it's in front and it has full bar, it would buy. It would be a buy market. You understand? For a while. Then if CAD, which is weak, becomes strong, it will flip and be a sell market. You understand? So the currency in front should always be stronger than the currency after it. So let's go back to what we're seeing here. So NZD is in front, is stronger. It should always be on a buy trend because CAD is weaker. Which is the best thing you need to trade? You need to look for pairs that are stronger against the ones that are weaker, especially if you're not an expert yet, especially if you're new in the academy, especially if you're new to trading. You need to look for the strongest one versus the weakest one because you have not really gotten your footing. So you want to trade carefully. So everybody understands this currency. So now let's go back to our hourglass. There's Liberty. Let's go back to our hourglass. Let's actually look for NZD-CAD. Let's look for NZD-CAD. I can see NZD-USD. What's NZD-USD saying on our charts? NZD is stronger than USD. So it should be what? It should be a buy. But USD is not so weak. So you won't underrate USD. But let's see if I'll see NZD-CAD here and we can make our analysis on that. I can't see NZD-USD. So let's just go with NZD-USD. So amazing, beautiful, beautiful. First thing you notice is this is 6 minutes ago. I have to refresh this. This is not new because you can see NZ is showing 40 and USD is showing 59. So it's an old signal. You always have to refresh. Let me see if there's been any change. NZ is still way stronger. US is still weak. I'm looking. I wish I could see NZD-CAD. It would have been a perfect explanation. But okay, let me use my hourglass. Let me use my trading view. NZD-CAD. While that is still loading, let's go back to our hourglass. So basically what it's telling us now is that NZD is stronger than USD. So it should be what? It should be a buy. And what is a buy? A buy is a what? A buy is a call. A buy is a call. You understand? So you should be looking for buy opportunities. I mean, I was so happy the way Coach Mike was talking. Like he was literally speaking out of my head. You understand? Because sometimes you're not looking for, you're not trading on an opportunity. For example, you see the market is coming down, but you've not confirmed whether it's above the cloud or below the cloud, but it's coming down. So you're like, that's not the opportunity. You should not be looking for a buy opportunity on a downtrend. You understand? You should be looking for a sell opportunity on a downtrend, then a buy opportunity. Now, all these things we're saying too, we're saying out of exposure too, because me too, I've made a chunk of mistakes. You understand? Trading in that style. You understand? So you should trade with the mark, just follow the stream. You understand? Just imagine you're flowing, you're trying to swim. Just imagine you're trying to swim upstream on a river, or like you have to put in a whole lot of energy. You drain yourself. You will not cover up a lot of distance if you're trying to swim up on a flowing river, or a river that is coming down. You understand? The best thing you have to do is probably to join the river as it's going down. That way you don't even really need to put in a lot of energy. You understand? You don't need to burn a lot of your energy. So that's what you should be looking for. You should be looking to trade on the trend. I'm so happy he said it the way he said it. So next thing now, it's so that's the first thing we want to do. So on the currency strength, the pair we want to trade, this one is NZD-USD. Let's just use NZD-USD. The market is not live right now, but let's just trade on NZD-USD. So we go to our currency strength here. So NZD-USD, should it be a call or a put? Tell me. NZD-USD, which one is stronger? NZD-USD, which one should it be, a call or a put? With just looking at the currency strength meter. A call, good. Lola says it's a call. Beautiful, beautiful. You guys are following. Beautiful, amazing. So what do we come? We come and give 1 point here for a call. We come and give 1 point for a call, and what's 0 for the puts. Because in this battle, using the indicator of currency strength meter, we are seeing a call because NZ is way stronger than the USD. So we'll put 1. Don't forget, let me put it up here too. So we all know what we're trading. NZD USD. Let me just put it here so we all see. I think I can make it. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. NZD USD. So just in case you guys have heard the guy, the educator say NU, So sometimes they pick out the first letter versus the last letter. They don't say NZD Nobody has that kind of time. Or suppose say New Zealand dollar. Nobody has that kind of time. You understand? Before you finish pronouncing everything, the market has already left you. So they call it NU. You understand? So they could just call it NU. NU. You understand? Instead of New Zealand USD. So they call it NU. So if you hear them saying NU, it's the same thing. So we have gotten on our currency strength, we have gotten 1-0. So sell 0, currency strength 1. So now let's go to the next confirmation, which is what? Bollinger Bands. Amazing. So the Bollinger Bands are this red thing you're seeing here. You see this red river, or this green river, or this, it's not, I won't call it a cloud. The cloud is for your what's it called? Is for your web slinger. So, but on the hourglass, it's called the Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands. So the red, we have the red Bollinger Band and the green Bollinger Band. Similar to what Coach Mike said, when price is on, or a little bit above, you understand? So 3 things, look at it this way. When price is below, on, or a little above it, you understand? It should be a call. You understand? It should be a what? A call. We're even looking at USD We're not looking at the NZD we chose. This is a fresh trade though. This trade just came out. The market is open. But we are looking at NZD USD and it went off. Let me click on it. NZD USD. Is there a trade for it? No trade for it. There's no trade for it. I don't know if we can switch. Anyway, let's just use this one. Let's use this one. So if it's on these green Bollinger Bands, or below these green Bollinger Bands, or a little bit above it, or a little bit above, in short, when it's on, when I mean on, it's still on this green line here. You understand? Let me see if I can draw. Let me see if I can move this candle down. When it's on here or below it, you understand? It's telling you it's a call. It's telling you it's a call. It's telling you it's a call. You understand? So what do we do next? We go to our indicator. You understand? And we give it a what? How many points? We give our Bollinger Bands a 1. But if these candles were on this red one, or above this red one, on this red one or above this red one, what do? We call it a what? A sell or a put. Do you guys understand that? We call it a sell or a put. So if it's under or on this green Bollinger Bands, is a call. But if it's above the red Bollinger Bands or on the red Bollinger Bands, we call it a sell. So let me check if my trading view has opened. It's taking a lot of time. Okay, so let's look for this example. Let's look for this example on a sweet trade. Okay. Our NZD USD went out, so I'm looking for something that was close to our NZD USD that we can use to explain. Okay, can we use this? Let's try and use this. Let's try and use this. Okay, so when this price, when market got to the candle, got to this red Bollinger Band, you understand? What did it start doing? It started dropping. It got to the green Bollinger Bands, as you can see. It dropped to the green Bollinger Band and it started going back up. See, it started going back up. Even when it pulled down to below, just imagine you entered from somewhere under this place, because at one point or the other, price was below this place, under this green. You enter, look at the massive pull up it did. So this is the hourglass, just like I said, it constantly keeps giving you signal. Like as I'm speaking, it's giving you fresh signals. Understand? So it's going to be hard to keep up, but it's giving you fresh signal. You understand? Fresh signal, live signals you can use to make money. See USD JPY less than a minute ago. It's giving us signal. If we analyze this thing, we could actually even take it right now and make money. But that's not what we're here to do. So it pushed up to the red side, to the upper side. It was a green candle. If we had entered from here, it's pushed up to this point, cross this red path. And if you had entered again, because let's say you jumped in the market and you noticed it was above the red Bollinger Bands and you entered for a sell, you understand? Don't forget, we still have other confirmation. I'm just telling you one of these. The first one was our currency strength meter. Now we have this next one, which is Bollinger Band. If you had picked it from here, what did it do? It dropped again. At least it dropped enough to have given you that your money, because our glass is 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Understand? So you would have made your money. Understand? So what do? We come back to NZDUS is still not here, but let's say we are looking at this part. Let's say this is NZDUSD. So it gave you, the market was on this green candle, just like you saw. What do? The next thing you do is to take a call, because it's on this green Bollinger Bands. If it was on this part, you would have given 1 for the red and 0 for the call. But now it's on this green one. So what do? You give 1 for your call and 0 for your puts. You understand? These are your indicators. Don't worry, you'll be able to do this thing faster. You understand? I'm just trying to break it down slowly. The next thing you want to look at is your support and resistance. Your support and resistance. We have 7 confirmation. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll give you the rest as we come down. Okay, so the next thing we want to look at is our support and resistance. Yeah, we want to look at our support and resistance. Now, basically, if you don't know support and resistance, you need to just go back and read. So I'm not even going to explain that on this call. I think everybody on this call should know support and resistance. If you don't know support and resistance, you shouldn't even be trading. You shouldn't even be trading Forex at all. Not even HFX. You shouldn't even be trading at all. That's like one of the founding information you need to have, you understand, before you start trading. So basically, support is this red candle here is your resistance candle, and this green candle is your support, support candle, support line. This resistance line and this support line. Resistance line means when the market goes, it always gets to a point where it cannot go any further. It drops from there. And support line means it goes down to a point where it cannot go any lower. It does what? Goes up. So when the market drops when the market is on a support line, what do? You place a buy. It will push up. When it gets to a resistance line, what do? You place a sell. It will do what? It will push down. So when price is on a resistance or a support line, it tells you that you should place a call or a put. So now let's look at this. Where's the price? Look at the green line. Can you see the green line? Let me see if I can drag it out. If you look where, you can see the green line. Look at this green line. If you look properly, under this red line you're seeing here, you see there's a green line. There's one green line here. See what market did? It touched this green line. What did it do? It pushed up. You understand? So you can see the green line, all the green lines. So when it gets there, so now market came to this green line, and what did it do? It pushed up. It pushed up. So next thing we want to do. So for NZDUSD, we would say the price was at this. I can't find NZDUSD here, so let me see if this one has opened again. Oh, beautiful. Still showing me AUDUSD. NZDUSD. So I did a C. Amazing. Okay. Amazing. So when price came to a format, I don't want to use TradingView. TradingView is not as fine as using Hourglass. Hourglass is prettier. Yeah, I prefer using Hourglass. So it came to this point, and then it did what? It reversed. It started going up. So when we go back to our points, what do? We give for support and resistance, we give, because it was on the green line, so we give one more point to call, you understand, and 0 to put. So the puts are losing. Why are the puts losing? First thing, because on our currency strength meter, NZD is way stronger than the USD, or way stronger than the next currency that could have been here, or whatever. The two currencies, the one in front is stronger than the one behind. That's why the buys, you see the buys are winning. So, okay, before we go to our RSI, let's go to the arrow. We'll go to the arrow. So there's an arrow, if you notice, that shows here. It shows red. Sometimes it shows green. When you come in, it will show you red. So if it's a put, it will show you red. If it's a call, it will show you green. How do you know when you should take, for example, now look at what this market is doing. This is a live, just look at what this market is. Now this arrow is telling you a put. But if you can see this green, this is our green resistance line. See, it went up and it came here again. So even though this is telling you a put, it's still going up. Me, I won't take a trade that is in between. I want it to come down to this, my green Bollinger Band, before I know what I'm doing. I don't want to do all this middle guy. I want it to either be here or down. You understand? So what was I saying? Sorry. Arrow, yes, the arrow. So when the arrow is telling you to put or to call, if it's telling you to call, then you know you have one more point to buy. You understand? One more points to buy. If it's telling you put, is one more points to sell. So now let's go back to our distance. So for NZD/USD, if it's telling us to call or buy, if it's showing us a green arrow pointing up, what do? We give one more point here, 1, and sell is still getting a what? A 0. Now we're looking at the buy points. The market is live, so we cannot. I couldn't use a live analysis. You understand? The market is live. It's already moving up and down, so we cannot really use it to explain so much now. Then we go to our stochastic 1 and 2. Follow me up, guys. So I'll actually ask questions. I'll actually pick up a name and just ask something. So the next thing we want to look at is our stochastic. So you can see it's showing us an S and it's showing us a B. When it's showing you a B, simply means you should buy. You should take it on a call. When it's showing you an S, it simply means you should sell. Now, how do you know when it's telling you a B or an S? The first one, you can see that this B is here. See what it was showing you before, a buy. After a while, it brought out on that buy. After a while, it brought out an S. So currently, right now, it has not given you an indicator on the stochastic to buy or sell, because the last thing it told you was sell, and that's a long time ago. You understand? So you're waiting for it to pop up a B for you to buy. So if New Zealand is way stronger than USD, or the currency in front is way stronger than the other one, it will pop up a buy. Once you see a B here, it's another confirmation, you understand, that you should place a buy or you should place a call. So what do? We come back here, we give stochastic 1, sell what? 0. So now we come back to stochastic 2. The second one is this line. You see this line that is going here, this wobbly line. You can see this red dashed line and this green dashed line. So when this black line is above this red line, when it's above, this place is very tricky. When it's above this red line, it has already crossed it. It's above this red line and it has pointed down. You understand? Look at where this one is now. It has crossed, but it has not pointed down. So you're not even going to take it for a sell. It's still a potential buy. And that's why you can see that in as much as this thing is showing you a put, the candle is still blue, it's still green, it's still kind of going up, and it could still go up to this point. You can't tell because it has not given you that point down. So until it gives you that point down, that's when you can know that, oh, this thing now is ready to start going on a sell. Just like everything Coach Mike has said, you understand? But this one now is hourglass. For me, I think hourglass is sweeter because it's easy to understand. So it's pointing up. You understand? So it's still a buy. So for the stochastic 2, we have one more point for a buy, but this place is tricky. You take a buy as is here now. You will not take a buy. You take a buy when it's below, when it's under this green line and it's pointing up. You understand? So when it's under this green line and it's pointing up, you take a buy. When it comes here, you're preparing for a sell. You won't take a sell just so soon. You're preparing for a sell. You're putting your hand on that put point, preparing for a sell. Right now, you're preparing for a buy. You understand? So this is pointing up and it has crossed this green and it's under this green line. So what do? You give one more point for the call and 0 for the put. One more point for the call and what? 0 for the puts. Last one is our RSI. We go back there. What's your RSI? RSI is similar to this as stochastic. The one under it, similar to it, and the same explanation. When it was under this green line, it was telling you what? A buy. So once it started pointing up, what did it do? It actually went up. This thing tells you that, oh, this market is oversold, man. It's going to buy. Because no matter how you throw a stone up, at first we are still under the law of gravity to come down. You understand? No matter the engine that is pushing that stone up, it will still come down. You understand? So it went up, it had overbought, and it was time for it to come down. So it came down, and when it's overbought, it's time for it to sell. It goes. When it's time for it to buy, it starts pointing upward. Beautiful, beautiful. So what do? You come back to our call and give it a 1 and give here a 0. So when you sum up all these things, now it could be different. The market is not live, so that's why I'm using this explanation. So when you count all your amount of ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Once you have 4 or more, because for example, here could have been 1, and here will be 0. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Once you have 4 or more confirmation, then you can take a call on a 2 minutes. You understand? You can take a call for a 2 minutes. But if on the sell side you have more numbers than the put side, you simply take a what? A put. So I'm sure that was I explained that well enough. So drop some. I've not been asking questions. Drop some 7 if you think you understood that. So the reverse is the key. So once you just change everything I've said now to the sell side, when you're looking for a sell opportunity, obviously on a downtrend, you understand? So you'll be looking for sell opportunity. So you'll be focusing on the amount of ones you're getting on the sell side. But if it's a buy trend, if you see that the first currency is way stronger than the last currency, you'll be focusing on the amount of ones that you're seeing on this buy area. Understand? Probably next week Sunday, I've got to some things that from what Coach Mike said, I'll compile it together. I have a beautiful strategy. So just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Is that my... So drop some ones if you've gotten value on this. I just wanted to switch off my video. Yeah. So drop some ones if you've gotten value on this. Drop some ones. Let me see the chat box. If you think you understood this this method I just said now, drop some ones. Drop some beautiful in the chat box. You see, it's kind of easy. Yeah, it's kind of easy. I wish we could do it on the live session so you see that this is actually easy. You understand? It's easy. Trading is easy. Trading is very easy. So it just about you paying attention, putting time, putting patience, just like Mike was saying. You don't jump in on the trade. If you don't have enough confirmation, you don't need to jump in on the trade. You understand? You don't always need to jump in on the trade. All right. So with that being said, I think we would round up the call. We'll round up the call on that note. Then there's one more thing I wanted to mention, because a chunk of you here are traders already. There's one thing that differentiates a successful trader and a trader that is not successful. One of those things are comparison. For example, now this is just personal. This is just your mindset. Now, for example, you jump on our calls and then you see some people posting their results of having made $500 on a trade, $10,000 on a trade, this and that. And then you're tempted to increase your risks because you feel you're not making much profits, or because you feel you're not doing as well as you should do. You get, you're just pushing yourself the wrong. Those trades out there are just there to show you the opportunities, show you how successful you can be, not to make you not to push you to risk your account negatively. You see what coach he has been on HFX for a long time, but he can definitely tell you that he's not going to be pushed to make $1 billion in a day, because he knows that it's a step-by-step process. So for all of you that see the trades on the group chat, you see people posting their results, it's not there for you to compare yourself with them. It's there for you to be inspired and know how much you can make from HFX. You understand? Because you could see some people making a whole lot of money, and then unconsciously, you begin to compare yourself with them. Give me 1 minute. Let me just change over. Okay, so sorry about that. So I just felt I needed to show you that, and I'm happy Mike said some things. You should not be quick to jump into trades. He told you guys of confirmations, so make sure you're confirming first before you jump in on a trade. Don't be in a hurry to jump in trade. If not, you would probably lose money that you do not want to lose. He said something that was very magical. He said, there's a way he said it. I don't know if he could even come up and even remind us how he said it. He said, not losing money is staying profitable. There's a way he said it. He said, so if you jump on a trade and you break even, you still stayed profitable. You understand? So, but if you lose money, you're not being profitable. So the two ways you can stay profitable is by making money or not making a loss. You understand? So let that go through. Don't compare yourself, because I see a lot of new people. They come in and they see people. Even me, I've made that mistake a couple of times. We are all family here, so I've made that mistake a couple of times where somebody could be like, man, Lawson, you're good on HFX. Why don't you increase your rigs? Why are you always trading with this? And then I'm like, but I'm actually good though. Let me just increase my rigs. Understand? And bam, immediately I just go out of that principle. Then boom, it's as if all hell has broken loose. Understand? Then that trade is going against me. And at that point, I start trading with emotions. I'm trying to gather myself like, guy, I thought I got this thing right. Maybe I'm supposed to be trading with $10 per trade, or I'm supposed to be trading with $20 per trade. And sure, it even happened to me some 3 weeks ago or so. And I've been making my consistent money. When I go in with them, I'm comfortable. I make the money. And then somebody was like, man, Lawson, you're already good at this. You call trades, you do this, you do that, and you're still using this amount of money. You can double your account. You can just risk everything. And I was like, devil can walk on. And I started considering the stuff. I was like, I can actually trade. Though. Let me just understand. Then boom, that day, and in short, I started taking rollover, because then I skipped all my principles and I was now working on emotions. So I was like, man, I can't lose this trade. So one rollover, so it's just that my rollovers, it just has to stop on the second one, maximum the third one, mostly the second one. So, but then, man, you've lost your cool, because you trade on a big amount of money. You cannot afford to lose the amount of money. You understand? So I need you guys to have that consciousness when you trade, so you would be successful. It's been amazing having you guys on this call, and thank you all for staying back. I wish you guys success tomorrow, and even right now, I know you guys have started your trade. So we'll end the session here. And but let me just give room for a few questions. Do you have any questions? Does anybody have any questions? Let me see if I can get the question, and then I'll end this call. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. You guys have been very cooperative. I'm very happy to be on this call with you guys. So keep learning. You guys should have your own strategies, your own skills, and just keep learning. Just keep learning. Just keep learning. We'll all see each other at the top. So on that note, yes, there's a recording. There's a recording. So sorry guys for the break in transmission today. For me, I'm in Nigeria, so they take the lights sometimes without any warning. I know some of you are in Sudan and all these places, they don't take lights. So there's no power failure here. We kind of have to rely on the power supply. So I apologize for that. Thank you guys for understanding. Thank you for your cooperation. Somebody's asking, how does a candle close? I really do not understand the question, but a candle opens and closes. So I'll send out Candlestick Bible. Just go and read Candlestick Bible. I think it's one of the first things you need to learn. So I'll send out Candlestick Bible and you can jump on it and read it. All right. Somebody's still asking, what is cash trap? Paul, are you serious? Paul, what is cash trap? I'll ask you directly. What is cash trap? Cash trap is an analysis or a strategy that helps you to trap cash in the HFX market. So probably you're new, so it's okay. So I'll send the link. Have a nice evening. Happy Easter. Happy Sunday. Tomorrow is still a holiday, so have a nice evening. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Coach Abbah. Now, Chris couldn't make it, but Chris would have taught you guys OTC. The last time he taught OTC, a chunk of you were still kind of so, but actually for a while he hasn't been trading OTC. But maybe next Sunday or something, he would come up with OTC again. Thank you all for plugging into this call. Thank you all for plugging into this call. We'll end the session right now. So have a nice evening, guys.